I think the color of the dress looks fabulous between the forest trees. I really, really enjoyed the extreme long shots where you see the dress like slowly moving through the forest. And I thought visually it was very enticing to watch and to see. I think the two leads did a great job. I think they had this very like ethereal, mysterious vibes to them, and I thought that was really cool. Especially when you're in the forest. I feel like the forest is usually associated with something that's a little magical, a little mystical, a little different.
I think this was shot really well. I think it has a lot of really great transitions in it. I think it was incredibly creative and it tells um, a story that I haven't necessarily seen before. I think this was an incredibly well done way of expressing that. I think a lot of the visual choices that you chose in this really add to the story and they add a depth to the characters as well. I think it's really interesting to watch them go throughout, and it comes together to be a really intriguing and enticing story.
Although I don't fully understand the deeper meaning here, I can assume it is possibly about connection or connectedness. The choice for nudity in this type of environment could represent a return to nature, or some sort of ode to nature or our natural self. We definitely get the definition of illusion at the end, which I can assume also is the purpose of the piece, is to provide us this visual illusion.
Oh, Schubert was a great choice in music for this because who doesn't love a string quartet? The cinematography was really good. It was such a beautiful area that they filmed in. And I think that the filmmakers were smart with the color of the dresses that they chose because it really popped against the forest. They were also very, very tasteful with what they did with the nudity.
Pretty experimental in a sense that we just get to see two women walking by and then joining together and move the parts together. I'm not entirely sure I understood the reasoning behind the nudity, but I like how the film touched on the subject of illusions and by the end as to explaining what actually happens and how it's not a psychological system and it's very much real. I think what I also liked about this short piece is how it sort of creates this moment for the viewer where they can think, was this real? Did this happen? Whose POV are we watching? Who is an illusion in a sense? Based off these two characters, are both of them an illusion that we are just seeing? It creates some great moments of questions for the viewers, which might help them better understand the plot and the reasoning behind it in the future much easier.
This was a really fascinating piece, and that it kind of gets you to really think about what the filmmaker is trying to say. Surely, yes, it's the film's called Illusion, and we get a definition of it at the end. But as you're watching it, it does evoke just a wonder, really. The setting is an interesting choice. You have all these, as we know, the naked tree stumps, and then these two people passing each other who become naked, and it played an interesting sort of not trick, but it got my mind trying to connect the things, trying to find the pattern, trying to find the reason behind it. It was mysterious without being completely confusing because you haven't missed anything. It's just there's this mystery about it. So I thought it was interesting that way, and I enjoy when a film with such a simple and well executed concept like this can get me to just get me thinking.